listening to Femme podcast with Tessa Markle
and Carolina Alvarez.
Femme. Welcome back, listeners. All right, today we're going to talk about branding and marketing yourself, whether that's as a production company, like we're going to talk about our experience with, or just as a filmmaker, even an actor. Like, you know, it's so important to like figure out what your style and your brand is and know how to market that well.
Yes. Yes.
So like for us, so for Femme, we really like wanted to tap into like retro kind of 60s style. Jean-Luc Godard's a big influence for us. So that like little Frenchy, you know, kind of thing.
Like, I think it's like the 60s kind of pop too. We like
Pop mod.
Exactly. And I mean, even down to colors, it does change for us on project to project, but like,
I mean, that's not like the subject of all of our projects or anything, but we like to have that as a style that's underneath everything.
Yeah, we like those like retro vibes or something that just feels nostalgic. That's just something, or even the music. It could be anything. Just elements of that kind of sprinkled. And that's what's really cool too about some of these things. Like, as long as you just keep, you know, it's something that will grow over time too, as you kind of start to feel for it and play around with the, you know, colors and the music or, you know, the vibe. But as long as you're just like, I'm just saying, I mean, at first it might not be what you think it is. And then let it be a journey.
Yeah.
Totally. Let it kind of come to you. But, you know, let yourself have a voice too. And once you figure it out, I mean, I think people will take notice. So that's where we are. We're still like, we got some colors here, we got some vibes here, but we're still, I think,
we're still figuring it out.
Our journey, right?
Yeah, totally.
I guess that's the best way to find it. And we also like, even in our characters too, we like to have fun characters who are, and strong women roles, of course, like lead protagonists.
Yeah, I mean, like our strong female protagonist is like our, you know, main thing that we really want to have in as many projects as we can possibly make.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Like I just realized that really is like our brand is like the strong female protagonist, right? But like we talked about our style first, but it's like they're both really important because, you know, your brand is like what you're putting out there, like your taglines on things, or, you know, your description of your company or yourself as a filmmaker, whatever it is. But like, that's only going to do so much, you know, like
exactly.
You've got to have more behind it, that style, that vibe behind it.
Right. Because those are the elements that I feel like have a more lasting impact sometimes. And sometimes it's subliminal that, you know, people are like, oh, I mean, like, I just think immediately of, what's his name? Oh my God. Anderson films, you know.
Wes Anderson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like his thing is like, you know, all those fun, like monochromatic colors and the way he, like the kind of characters he consistently chooses throughout his films. Like even that, like you start to notice with different filmmakers. So it's a really fun thing as an artist and director to like really find that when you're building your own films, or you're even as an actor, like the roles you go for and want to find yourself. How do you stand out amongst everyone else? And that's what's, even for me, it's been a journey. I don't know. Like, is there something you like as an actor, Tessa, that you're like, you know, this is now I'm going to brand myself?
I've had a lot of trouble, quite honestly, trying to brand myself because I come off different ways, I feel like, in different situations to people. And it's like, I mean, I know who I am as a person, but who am I as an actor? Like, what roles really am I getting cast for versus what I want to go out for and stuff like that, you know? So that's been a journey for me. But like, as far as like branding with the style and colors and stuff like that we just mentioned, I actually took a class with Career Activate. Great class, highly recommend it. But the teacher, Jonah, was saying that, you know, you even down to like your resume, if you're, you know, putting colors on that, or anything you send out to people of like a, you know, kind of one sheet thing of like, maybe an example of something you just got cast in, or like, even if you make up a breakdown of like the perfect casting for you, like that's great to send to agents and casting directors so they can get a feel, but like have a color scheme for that. Like have your own personal color scheme
like
just as an actor.
Little touches.
Yeah, totally.
That's so weird. I like would never think of that.
Right? I wouldn't have either, but like it's a great tip because it's like, like you said, it's like subliminal. I mean, it's again, going back to Wes Anderson, like if I, you know, walk into like a bar or something that has his style in the interior decorating, that's like the first thing I say. Like, I feel like I'm in a Wes Anderson film. Like I've said that multiple times at places, you know? So it's like a subliminal way. Yeah. Right.
Little Silver Lake action
to all our LA listeners out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a way to like subliminally make people remember you, you know? So, okay, once you figure out your branding, which again, like we said, is a journey, like you've got to market it, right? And there's so many ways to do that, especially with social media today and all that kind of stuff, which I'm sure we'll go into in detail eventually. But like, just make sure you're utilizing it. You know, I mean, like I remember in college, whenever people are like, oh, make sure your Facebook doesn't have like pictures of you being drunk and like stupid and stuff when you're doing like job interviews and all that. Like that all applies. I mean, like look at like the media today, like people are going back years and years and decades on people's old tweets just to like expose them for something, you know? I mean, it's crazy. Like your whole life can be destroyed by social media.
Pretty terrifying.
It really, really
no
is.
one ever like goes back to my 2000 and when did I join Facebook? It doesn't matter. It was, little child. Taking selfies, like no, let's not do that. Yeah, but it's just I feel like when people so what would you say it means, it like for us at least, and if you have your own production company, what does it mean to keep up with social media? Like what would you sum that up? Because I feel a lot of people are like, okay, does that mean I have to just post a million photos of me reading scripts like all the time? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like I think a great, smart, strategic way of utilizing social media is like make sure whatever you're posting is quality content. Yeah. And how do you judge that? I think that's what you need to be asking yourself, because especially if you are, you know, producing stuff as an actor, I mean, do what I know selfies are of the game. I guess it's like a whole different thing. I mean, even us though, when we do like some fun photo shoots and stuff.
But hey, post as many selfies as you want, but make them on brand. Like, you know, it can only help you that way.
That's like a thing. But you know, make videos, show any clips you can, like just try to know that will help also show off your style too. Yeah. And again, on brand, if we're talking about that. I think like for us, well, okay, so Carolina's like the Instagram genius and I'm not a Twitter genius. I just know how to use it. But that's like our main thing is Twitter and Instagram. And like, you know, we've talked about like doing a video blog in the beginning and stuff. And we were like, we don't want to videotape ourselves like editing for hours. It's just not like
who wants to watch that? Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'd like love to show off some what am I saying? Tips sometime, or, you know, but yeah, like half of the time not half, like maybe 85-90% of the time it's Tessa and I on like staring at the laptop in our sweats, buns up, like we're not going to be like, okay, IGTV, here we come and show it off. So I think for us, we found this podcast is a great outlet to get in touch with everyone out there, hearing what we're working on, the speakers we bring in, and the like, you know, it helps brand us. You guys get to know us a bit better than just, you know, the photos you just see on Instagram or something. So I think that's like being smart with that. And for us, we found like doing this podcast even is like a really great way for us to share our work and you guys get to know us more. Yeah. Yeah, I think and quality content. Wow, like guys, we were just like in traffic for a fucking hour and I'm pissed.
Welcome to LA.
So, I mean, yeah, it's the story of everyone's life here. But okay, so if you catch a tude with me, that's why. What is this Instagram?
Well, no, but I mean, like, you know, we do try to post videos sometimes when we're here recording the podcast and we have a guest, and we'll just like do a little shout out with them, little video on our story, or like, you know, pictures of us on location and filming and all that kind of stuff. But also, yeah, selfies of us like doing cute shit together. I mean, you know,
Sometimes.
whatever it's like, it's on brand, but you still get to know us as people and get to see our stuff. And I think that's kind of what we want to share with everyone. You know, that's what we decided is our thing.
Right.
We want people to get to know us as people too, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gives it, again, that personal touch.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing, you know, I have different profiles for, you know, your different movies is what I heard sometimes really works, catches people's attention. I think
I honestly,
what,
I don't
girl?
know if I agree with that, because like,
I love that. Yes.
I get having
Go
like,
against
okay.
it.
I mean, okay.
Tell us.
Here's what I think. So like I get having, you know, a Facebook page for your movie for people to like, and you have all your updates for the movie on there, and then you like reshare it on your own or whatever. But like having a whole separate like Instagram, for example, account for your movie, I get the point of it, but at the same time, I feel like that's just splitting your followers. And it's like people don't want to see the same posts reposted by you so many times. You know what I mean? Like, I get annoyed when I follow someone's movie Instagram and then they post and then they repost from their Instagram and they repost from their production company Instagram. It's like I'm seeing the same thing 3 times in a row. And it's like, I want to support you, but I don't want to like all of that, you know?
It's hard. Yeah. You got to find a way to control the amount of likes, like have them. I know it's like annoying thing I've found too. Like I kind of hate like, yeah, for us even, like I've just stopped my like actor profile thing. And now I think we've moved to a point where we should probably do a Femme Regard on Facebook. So guys, we're going to let you know about that. So
you guys open.
But we won't be annoying. We understand.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. Yeah. So I don't know. I think we'll definitely have some other people speak on this stuff.
Yeah, I like some feedback.
Yeah, feedback on that, because there is a strategy. We know there's like, but then there's like, you know, the thing about social media too, it's always changing. Like what's happening has evolved so fast, so quick.
Yeah,
there's always like, I mean, new algorithms for like everything. And like we even discussed, you know, it's like, man, like one person can't even figure out themselves. Like there's just technology out there that's going to do it for you. So if you're like into that kind, like you want to get, you know, your likes up and all that, it's like not even humanly possible.
Yeah. It might be worth hiring like, you know, a marketing company or something at that point, because it's so much for one person to manage. And like,
because they'll have all the data.
Yeah.
You know,
and things like algorithms too. Like there's a lot of platforms don't like really make their algorithms completely known. So people have like figured them out somewhat, but it's like that stuff's always changing. It's so secretive.
Exactly.
Like I just found out that YouTube and Facebook are like direct competitors. So when you post YouTube videos on Facebook, they like try to hide them basically.
No shit.
Yeah. So like you should be posting your videos straight to Facebook.
Facebook.
I know, right? Like I just found that out and I was like, what? Thanks for the heads up, Facebook, you know?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I like, yeah, stuff like that. It's like, okay, now you have to find a way to unhide that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, it's like tricking the system, you know, like for Instagram, when we've wanted to post videos that are longer than, I forget if it's 30 or 60 seconds they cut you off at, it's like figuring out ways to do that, you know, like posting multiple videos in one post. Is that how you want to do it or whatever? Like you just got to kind of figure out the algorithm as much as you can and make the system work for you.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. And I apologize. Like we're not coming off like we know everything at all, ever.
Yeah, we're just saying what we've figured out so far.
Yeah. So, but I mean, this is what we've been vibing with. And we're reaching out. Reach out, people. Reach out to everyone you know. Oh my God, one thing that I feel like we should, like, I think for us that would be great and we haven't done yet is set up that email chain, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like MailChimp
yeah, exactly.
That's what we started on. There's other ones like it too, but like to get a newsletter out, or if you're like doing a fundraising campaign, like
I think that's one we will probably do something like that actually. So it makes sense, but save those emails, everywhere, everyone you meet, like get your Rolodex going.
Yeah, like literally if you can send like, okay, so say you're starting, a fundraising campaign, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to set up an email newsletter. Like if you can literally put in every email that is saved in your like Gmail address book, do it. Like, I mean, maybe not like a super professional person that has no interest in this. Like if it's someone that absolutely is not going to want to see this and you're going to be embarrassed that you sent it to them, okay, yeah, leave them out. Yeah. But like there's so many people that it's like if they don't want to see it, they'll delete it. If they don't want to follow it, they'll unsubscribe.
I
like
bet
it's
they'll
not a big deal.
It, though.
Exactly.
I bet they'll at least click on it.
Exactly.
So it doesn't hurt to start that. And then again, we'll maybe chat more about this, but there is a strategy too when it comes to that fundraising. This will be more when we get into fundraising eventually.
Yeah, we'll do a whole episode on that, I think, eventually. But
there's a strategy too on when you should release emails and like how much and what kind of information. Again, it's always great to do something with quality content, whether you're not just saying the same shit over and over again. It's like, oh, this is a new progression. This is a new little tidbit that's a snippet that's out, video, because that's just going to really annoy people real quick.
Yeah.
So don't harass people. Like if we do a newsletter kind of thing, it's only going to be because we have something dropping for y'all, you know? So,
I mean, it's electronic networking. So think of it that way, because networking, we all know is super important and nobody ever wants to do it. But like, that's essentially what social media is. I mean, that's what it was made for. So utilize that, reach out to people, you can kind of quote unquote cold call people that way. Like,
it's the new way.
Exactly.
Calling.
It's a great way to just connect with people and network with people and make sure people remember you,
And then I just networking events. So Tessa and I have gone to, women in film events, film festivals, a great place to network, as we've already, discussed or will discuss, depending on how we drop this. But another thing, because if you're looking to, well, okay, let me just say this. We've gone to like network after work events. And what's cool about that kind of networking event is that it's not just fucking actors.
Yeah.
Or directors or filmmakers, which are great. I love meeting everyone. We're not hating. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that it's kind of better sometimes to network outside of that pool. I mean, not that it was like a super amazing event for us, but I think when Tessa and I are like really trying to meet investors,
or even just growing our audience, like meeting people that you make a connection with that like the industry but aren't in it, for example, and like they're like, oh yeah, your stuff sounds cool, I'll follow, like
right.
Yeah,
exactly. Get them hyped too. It's great to reach out into those kind of networking scenarios where it's not the same kind of people.
Totally.
And you'd be surprised, who you meet there and who might want to pitch in some money and see it funded.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just like it's great. You can get more people that way. So just look out for any opportunity. Be open.
Totally.
Be open-minded.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Carolina, you want to talk about what inspired you this week real quick?
Yeah, I think we've had this on hold. So sorry. This is like maybe going to be like way late when we drop this, but
well, I haven't seen it yet, so it's okay. I'm probably not the only one.
Okay. Cause then, going on with our, like, the psychological thrillers or horror kind of stuff. Not recently anymore, but I did see Sharp Objects and it was super inspiring. It stars Amy Adams, who's one of my favorite actresses, and Patricia Clarkson, who plays her mother, actually won a Golden Globe for Best Performance by a Supporting Role. And I love the story. I thought it was super unique, even though it's like kind of has similar themes to other films I'm sure everyone's seen. But I love the like who she was. And I mean, essentially she's a news reporter but she's kind of like not doing well in life because she's an alcoholic. Amy Adams, this is her character. And then she gets sent home. She gets sent to her hometown to do a story on this murder that's been happening. So it's really good. I love the style too. There was a lot of flashbacks. In a way, I like would love to see what you think, Tessa, if it was overdone or not.
Okay.
But I kind of actually like, because at first it's like kind of trippy. You're like, what's going on? Is this happening now or was this back then? But then you I love that they use the flashbacks to kind of piece together like the story. And it made you like anticipate. You're like, wait, why does she keep seeing this thing? Like, I want to know why she keeps seeing that or this. And then, you know, and then the ending.
Well, don't spoil the ending.
Crazy. But I loved it. I loved. I just think it was well done performances, and I love the uniqueness and the kind of style that is definitely had a style to it too. So nice. I really appreciated it.
So watch it, guys. If you haven't yet, I haven't. I'll be watching it soon. But until next time, make sure, if you're not already following us on Instagram at FemRegard and Twitter at Femme_regard, and check out our website, www.femregard.com. And we will see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Thanks for listening to Femme Regard Podcast. If you like what you hear, tune in next time for more tips on the filmmaking business and insightful conversations with industry professionals over tea.
We can only grow with your support, so please subscribe, share, rate, and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. If you leave us a great comment, we might give you a shout out on the show. For more on us, check us out at femregard.com.